I asked for your COVID-19 quarantine projects, so let's take a look at them.
Hello, House of Viewer viewers. This is what we've been working on during the quarantine. Want to check out the engine? That's some trick flows to the Mustang.
House of Doula, what's happening? I accepted the challenge, and it's your boy Kendall Sean with Blue Oval Media. Now, you said show us our projects, and so man, I want to show you mine. Car was running perfectly last week, but then something happened. Let's check it out. So this is my 1993 black on black notchback, also known as KSD notch. And just to kind of show you just a little bit of the stuff that's going on here. That's the interior of the car. And man, so it seems like this is a never-ending project. Like I said, last week it was running well, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I am missing a whole supercharger here. So I had a 2.3 Whipple on there, and I am now upgrading to something much greater. So yeah, that's what's going on here with this ride. So hopefully I'll be up pretty soon. Won't take long at all. Thank you for doing this, because a lot of us are stuck in the house and can't do much, and what better time than to get these things running, because eventually we're gonna get out of this mess. So shout out to you, and thank you for doing this. It's your boy Kendall Sean, Blue Oval Media. Peace.
Thank you, Thomas Jalbert, and thank you, Kenneth from Blue Oval Media. Guys, if you have not checked out his YouTube channel, please go out and take a look at it. He's got some awesome content, and you guys, you can see there he's got one bad Coyote swap notchback. So go check that out. That looks like an awesome project, and we got tons more just like that coming up your way. And man, if you're a drinker, go ahead and get yourself a cold one and sit down, because this is going to be a really cool video, guys. This is something I was looking forward to once I made it last week. So last week I sent a video out to you guys asking what you guys are working on. I wanted to see what everyone else is doing on the Mustang. I wanted to see something else for a change besides, you know, this 86 back here. And I'm so glad I did, because it was, the response was just, man. So there's so much of it, we'll probably have a part 2. So if I don't call you out and you're not on this video, don't fear. There's so much sent to me, guys, I just can't put it all in one video, but I will absolutely probably make a second video here coming up soon of everyone else and a lot of other ones. So dude, I'm stoked. Are you guys ready? I'm convinced that the House of Doula viewers are the coolest car dudes on the planet Earth, and I know this because I know what you guys are working on, and there is some really cool stuff, and you guys are all wrenchers, and you're all just like me, so I feel like we're all a big family, we're all a bunch of buds, and couldn't be more thrilled. So let's just get straight to it, man. Let's do this. All right, check out _sauce from Instagram, his 86 Coyote swapped Fox here. A wide body fenders front and back, and these wheels are absolutely just completely stunning and badass on this Fox, man. So it's clear he's done a ton of work on it himself, including a whole bunch of metal work on the cowl, which I know is a pain in the butt, man. If you have the time to take the cowl off to repair some of the rust underneath the cowl, that is a ton of work. So I give him tons of props. This is one of the coolest cars. I'm not gonna pick a best car, but this is by far one of the coolest ones I looked at and totally caught my eye, because this car not only looks fast and looks badass and bad to the bone, but it just looks right. And I like the color too. So yes, thank you for _sauce from Instagram for sending that in. All right, next up we have a Lulu Lucas 5 from Instagram. Okay, he says he's been working on his son's new daily driver. It's a 1980 Ghia. That is almost bone stock, including its vintage 255 4.2 liter. Now, I stopped for a second there. In fact, he went through a whole bunch of other details on the car and what they've done to it. He swapped out the rear gears to a 308 and swapped the 7.5 for an 8.8-inch rear. But I had to ask him a little bit about the 255, and I wanted to share this, guys, with you, because I wasn't aware. Now, I thought I knew my small block Fords pretty well, but I want to read this to you. So this car has a 255 cubic inch, I thought he was BSing me, 4.2 liter. And what he said was, he copied a little snippet here. It says, in the late 1970s, an urgent need to meet EPA CAFE standards led to the creation of the 255 cubic inch. It was a 4.2 liter version of the 302 with the cylinder bores reduced to a 3.68 from a, I think it's a 4.0 on a standard 302 bore, which makes it a 255 cubic inch. So they're going to use it to phase out. It was an intermediate engine they were using as they developed the new V6. So they're coming up with a smaller V8, so they decreased the bore size, which is super interesting. I didn't know they did that. It was a one-year only thing. So, man, Lucas, thank you for seeing that in. It was interesting to learn something new, and I do dig your 80 Gia, all with its houndstooth interior. It's super awesome. So thank you for sending that in. Next, the Ordinary Average Guy's Garage. He is from Instagram. Also sent me this picture of his 1986 Capri. He says it's been a long project and used many of the How to Do It videos to help him through it. Thanks for all the help, especially on the T-Top videos. You are very welcome, average ordinary car guy.
Certainly they work, for up to 24 hours at a time, depending on the weight of the boy in question. And the
You're welcome, because your 86 Capri is rad. I dig it. I would love to find myself a Capri and coyote swap it. That's part of my things that I want to do. That's life goals, man. Okay, next up, I have one that I thought was absolutely neat. This is one that I had to put on this first video, and it's from a Jeff and Paul Sevison, and I hope I pronounced that right. I hope it's Sevison. Anyways, but thank you for sending this in. Jeff and Paul are big fans of the channel. You can see here, him and his son has picked up this 86 T-Top car with hopes of restoring it. His youngest son, Paul, just turned 16, and he is absolutely being developed into the proper motorhead. So thank you, Jeff, for doing that to your son, man. He says since the school was canceled, he sent him to work stripping on the Mustang for paint. So the car was originally jalapeno red. They decided to go with a graphite gray and black interior with a Kona blue pearl exterior paint. Now, he sent me some of these pictures, and he actually sent me a lot of details, but nonetheless, he took a 60 Falcon hood to test on. And check this out. So he's got the hood repainted here just to test the color. They did a fabulous job with the paint. You can see here that Jeff has put his son Paul behind the gun. So he is actually doing all the paint and body work, which I think is just super cool, teaching them that young how to spray. And they're also building a 331 stroker, and he's got his son doing everything from blueprinting the engine and measuring all the tolerances on it. So he's teaching the right way to assemble this motor and the proper way to do it. So guys, listen, I cannot wait. I really want you guys to send me some finished photos of this car. I think it's one of the cooler ones. I think the paint and the color is just phenomenal, and I can't wait to see this car done. So seriously, Jeff and Paul, thank you for sending this in. Keep at it, guys. You're rocking it, man. And yeah, I can't wait to see that car finished. Matt Hicks says, hey, how's it doing? My name is Matt. I'm Emerald Notch on Instagram. Emerald Notch, all one word, on Instagram and YouTube. Not a whole lot going on, so you gotta check out his YouTube channel. I haven't checked it out yet, but this is a great looking car, so I'm sure it's really cool. Not a lot going on with the car. Replaced the firewall, the hood weather strip, refinished the AC bracket, and waiting on new 3-way shocks. So again, these coupes are absolutely rad, and thank you so much, Matt, for sitting in a picture of your coupe. And we'll check out your Instagram and YouTube channel. Charles Wine from Virginia. Not only do you have mad skills, Charles, but you also have an awesome last name, man. Charles Wine out of Virginia has a 1986 T-Top GT that he's been working on. Charles says he bought the car 2 years ago and started tearing it down after he noticed a fuel spray on the passenger side tailpipe after the day he got it. He says he bought it online only after seeing pictures and found rust similar to what mine had on the floors. Yeah, don't you love when that happens? Slowly he got to the point in new floorboards, new roof skin, and got all the rust behind the T-tops. He's been inspired and kept motivated by watching the videos on YouTube, which is cool. Thank you so much, Charles. He's been cleaning up the engine bay last couple weeks while he's been teleworking from home. Just finishing cleaning up the rear axle housings, skylight forms, and fabricated. Okay, hang on. So check this out. Look at this video, okay? Look at this picture here. So I had to email him back and say, look, I need to know more about this this rotisserie he made. So check this out. He made a makeshift rotisserie, and he's got plans for this. And I don't know if he would be, if he'd be okay for me sharing it, but he did send them to me because I was super interested in the homemade rotisserie because he was able to get off his back and roll this car. It works like a big rocker, and the whole rotisserie rotates. God, subframe connectors, rust repair, floorboards. Oh my God, you name it. Imagine not laying on your back. H.Chapman23 from Instagram. So he says this is his quarantine project. He's going to be sanding this thing all down during quarantine and summer break. He got a new paint job. To get a new paint job, then he's going to try to tackle himself. He's 15. He's only 15. He's trying to get the car ready for when he turns 16 years old. It's the Lady 6 here. It's got a 351 in it and 14 gears and a 5-speed. So this thing is going to roast it. And I absolutely love hearing that the younger generation is into these cars like we are. And I love hearing stories about them wrenching on them, especially tackling the bodywork and paint yourself. So dude, keep it up. Thank you for sending me that. Fox_gains on Instagram said, hey there, fellow Fox family, I watched your videos on the On3 install and it really helped me on getting mine in. You're welcome. I actually just finished the On3 install on my car back in February on my 347. After the first wide open pull, she was hurt, found a hole in the piston. Car sat for about a month. I worked 6 days straight to swap a temp stock 302 from all this stuff over to the newer block, which is awesome. I'm pleased to say that she's up and running stronger ever than before. Definitely puts a smile on my face. That is one clean little red convertible, and please keep us up to date on how that's going. Try to put a hole in the piston on this one. Adam Bethel from Flushing, Ohio. Adam, you get the Labor of Love Award, my friend.
Yay!
Thank you for sending this in. He not only has the one and only SC95 that I'm going to put on this video, but seriously, he has converted a V6 to a V8 SC95 car. Not only that, it was wrecked in the front end. So take a look at this. So he went out himself, he went and purchased him a 98 V6 super clean low mile one owner Mustang that he picked up in exchange for labor on replacing brake lines on a guy's car, okay? That's what I'm talking about, man, okay? Basically free, including his labor. Good for you, Adam. As you can see, he repaired all the crash damage, swapped the V6 and automatic for a 2-valve 4.6 and a Tremec 5-speed. The engine is from a 96 GT, and it's an MPI engine with full PI heads, which I know what that is, a PI COP conversion, long tube headers, off-road H-Pipe Flowmaster catback, 14 gears, 03 Cobra rotors on the front with Cadillac ATS 4-piston Brembo calipers. Needs an alignment and the front clip painted. You guys love your content. The floor pan video is my favorite. Don't hate for my car being S95. It's still a Fox chassis. Dude, we don't hate. No, man. It is still a Fox chassis, and we're all stealing all your S95 parts to put on our older Foxes here, so no hate. And dude, seriously, I give you the labor of love reward because that is absolutely incredible amount of work he did to convert that clean little V6 that was wrecked in the front to a V8. So dude, that's awesome. That's what it's all about, guys. Seriously, go out and get yourself a wrecked car, man. Make it yours. He did it for basically free and lots of labor. But Adam, thank you so much for saying that. This is one of my favorites. I love seeing people put that kind of work into something. They love it. That's what it's about. Next up, we have Felix Gonzalez from Northwest Indiana. He has a 1990 notchback, and it is one clean little red notch. He said he's been wrenching on the car, put a new oil pan on, rear main seal, pilot bearing, retainer bearing, flywheel, new clutch, and he's currently rebuilding the door panels. So the video helped a lot with that, so thank you very much. You are welcome, Felix. So as you can see, man, Felix has one clean notch back. You gotta love the red notches with black wheels. It doesn't really get any better than that. That red just pops on those notches. That is one sick car. So thank you so much, Felix, for sending in your 90. Bill McKinney. Bill McKinney has an all original 86 that this guy purchased back when it was brand new. It was his daily driver for 13 years in all kinds of weather. It sat outside and it got garage full time. He said he probably sat unstarted for 15 years. In 2011, he started working on it, replacing the front suspension from an 87 to 93. He got larger front brakes and rotors, converted to discs, and all the springs and lines and shocks were replaced. So in 2018, the engine was removed and updated with twisted wedge, aluminum heads, E303 cam, comp cam roller rockers, BBK fuel rails, and 24-pound injectors with Bassani equal length headers, and a whole slew of other performance parts. But during the past several weeks during the COVID-19 shutdown, he replaced the power steering pump hoses and the heater core, evaporator coil, new AC lines, and blower motor. So he said he still has a bunch of smaller fixes, as well as rear end gear conversion to a 355 off of his 273, and it badly needs a paint job. But man, how cool is it to see an all original, or was all original, 86 that somebody purchased brand new and has gotten back into it. He says he's enjoyed watching the videos. He's dealt a lot of the same issues I've dealt with on these cars. So yes, you're welcome, Bill. Thank you so much for sitting in your 86. Enjoy it, sir. Let us know how it goes. We have another 86 hatch coming up here from Craig. Craig said his buddy bought it back in 1998 when he graduated. I also graduated in 98. So Craig and I are about the same age, and he said he acquired it in 2017 and needed a lot of work. So it's pretty cool. He knew the car back in high school and he was able to buy it off of his buddy. He said he's done a lot of stuff to it. He's done suspension, just recently did torque boxes like we did back here. He also had new rotors and pads, using 91 master cylinder. And he said, what a major difference stopping power. Yes, yeah, the 86s don't come with very good front brakes, do they? He said he also had lowering springs and long tubes, and he had to retune his Mega Squirt. So it's really rad. He's got looks like a trick flow upper kit on his Fox with a Vortec blower, and it's also Mega Squirt tuned. So I dig this one. I'm not biased or anything, but cool looking car, man, and a cool story. So thank you for sending that in, Craig. Tommy T says, saw your videos and figured I'd drop you a line with my COVID quarantine projects. I've been telecommuting for 5 weeks, so I've had a lot of time to work on my car. It's an 88 Sedan convertible. The details are Cobra IRS, Cobra 13-inch front brakes with 03 Cobra steering rack, full Maxim Motorsports coilovers with Bilstein HDs at all four corners. Under the hood is a stock block with Explorer Iron GT40 heads that are unported with 1.7 roller rockers and stock cam. He's got a Kenny Bell 2.2 supercharger with methane injection and a Pimp XS ECU. Car made 390 rear wheel horsepower and 416 foot-pounds of torque, and I like it. I love this Sealing. I had to include it because I think it is just one of the cleanest looking cars. It kind of brings back memories when I see it. It takes me back, and really love the color combination. The gold Sealing wheels with a gold stripe on the bottom. And being a convertible is pretty cool too. So Tommy, I think this one's rad, man. Thank you so much for sending it in. Appreciate it. Next up we have a Tom Hill. Tom is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and he is home of Mustang Week. As you guys know, I'd love to make it out there one day, but I had to include this one because I told Tom, if you ever want to sell this car, let me know first. I want this car. An 86 hatch, and it's red, and I love it. Anyways, Tom says he's doing his 86 notch Dula style. You inspire us all. Thank you, Tom. Not sure exactly what Dula style means, but I like it. He's doing everything himself in-house with friends at times. So that is, I guess, Dula style, right? We do everything as much as we can alone. That's right. Anyway, Tom is undergoing a 5-lug swap, front Cadillac Brembo brake upgrade, rebuilt clutch packs, rear control arms, and new wheels and tires. And I have to say, I absolutely love his wheel and tire choice. The wheels look incredible on that red paint. So perfect choice in wheels, man. He said it all started with a wire tuck, which is kind of how it works, right? Snowballs from there. Currently, during this COVID-19 quarantine time, he is blacking out all the trim. So, Tom, thank you so much for sitting in this coupe. We love it, man. I think it's awesome. The Avalanche Coupe. Tommy from Maryland. I love this car because I love the color of it, and I think you just can't go wrong with 5-star chrome ponies on a coupe. It looks incredibly awesome. Tommy says he's trying to button up this one build along with the engine bay cleanup and a few other changes. Said he couldn't have done it without the videos, and watched the turbo episode about 4 or 5 times the entire way through. So you're welcome, Tommy. He said, thank you for the perfect content. Keep it up, and I plan to give you a shout out when it's all finished. Man, I cannot wait to see this. I love this car. It's one of my favorite coupes one of them on all the ones that were sent to me because I think the color of it is so neat. I love the color of this car, and I think it just looks perfect with this chrome ponies. So thank you, Tommy, so much for sending that in, man. Appreciate it. All right, Sean Martin sent me a video. He says, hey, greetings. Been watching a long time, love the channel. These are my Fox Body projects. Yes, 2 projects. He's got one he calls Black Cherry Bomb, which he bought in 2016. It's his first paint job. He got his name from the paint, which is a black cherry and a mix of little red lava pearl to put in clear coat. Also did the upholstery. He says the second car is my baby, Black Sunshine. I understand. I got a baby too called Black Sunshine. Thank you. I've owned this since 2005 and done a lot of rust repair, strut tires, floor. He's out of Michigan. He says now he's planning on rebuilding the engine and whole seat of suspension waiting to go on. So he's planning on a Terminator complete exiting it next year. So hopefully he'll be putting in the 4.6, the blown 4.6 with IRS. So that would be super rad. Can't wait to see that. He says he also has a YouTube channel, guys. So go check out his YouTube channel on his build, G-Funk Express. So thank you, G-Funk, for sending in your Black Cherry Bomb and Black Sunshine. Much appreciated, Sean. Scotty Powell from Southwest Missouri. He is a firefighter slash paramedic. So first off, thank you so much during these times for doing what you do, man. We all appreciate you. Seriously, we appreciate you. Stay safe out there, Scotty. He has done on his GT an AOD to T5 swap. He painted it in his garage. GT40 heads, B303 cam, Explorer intake. So for him, it's been business as usual, working through this whole COVID thing. But Scotty, thank you for sending that in, man. And good luck on your cars. Looking awesome. Doing a hell of a job, so keep up the good work. Sam Marciano. All right, Sam Marciano, I hope I'm saying it right. Before I talk about his 93 Mustang, I do want to give a really quick special shout out to Sam's son, Nate, who is about to turn 9. He's 8 years old, so happy birthday, Nate. So Sam is a father of 2. He's got a 6 and now almost 9-year-old. He's only 34 years old, so he's got his hands full. Him and his wife are both essential workers. He's a correction officer and his wife's a nurse in upstate New York. Funny story before we talk about Nate's 93, real quick, I thought it was pretty funny. I want to share with you guys is that he had an 89 GT back in high school, okay, which he only owned for 28 days before he was caught doing 105 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. Got home, had his license cut in half, and was forced to sell it. Rightfully so, right? Fast forward 3 years later, he found the car, decided to buy it back, put more bolt-ons on it, and then he sold it to a guy who that night crashed it. So that 89 has got some pretty bad mojo. Sam, kind of glad you got rid of it, buddy, and you got this 93. So fast forward now in the future, he's older and a little bit wiser. He wanted to get into Mustangs again and teach his sons and kind of get a project for him and his boys. So he found himself a 93 Mustang on eBay. That he paid for, I guess, $3,500 in it, and it had a ton of parts that came with it when he got it. So Sam has done a ton of this stuff, and I wish I could list all of it, but we just don't have the time. But Sam's gotten a full Corbeau interior from LMR with seats, carpets, repulsor rear seats. Engine-wise, it was bone stock 302. He messed it number 1 cylinder and had to have it bored out to 306, and he had it built that time with trick flow uppers and lower, GT40 heads, B303 cam. Got a ton of parts in this car. In fact, he's put so much into it, man, that he's working on it for 2.5 years. He's only drove it for 400 miles. So Sam, get your car out there, buddy. Do some more driving, man. Get that project wrapped up and actually get out there on the road. Next up is Mario Fortune. Mario's car has a special little place in my heart because this is what my car would look like from the factory. He has a black car with 5-star ponies. A black 86 original T-top 5.0 vehicle that I'm just absolutely in love with because I know that when my car was brand new, it was black with a black GT stripe. And I look at this and I think, hey, it's probably what my car would look like. Anyways, Mario says, hey, you bought the car 3 years ago and paid $3,500 for it with $3,000 worth of seats and parts that was put into it. It's an 86 GT 5.0 T-top, as you can see here. Had a tan interior with netted halos, not original. By the way, I really would like to get some of those netted halos. They're really cool. Installed new floor pans, adds to the house and do the videos, playing in the garage while he worked on it. So yeah, man, the floor pan videos have been a hit. Installed great interior from 92 GTLX parts and tubing welding done. He's done his own subframe connectors, repainting interior dash door panels, again from the help of my videos, which is really neat. Traded the rims in for some original ponies, which I think I dig. He says that'll do for now, but personally, I say keep them. So I'll be sending me more pictures, and I do love this car. Mario, thank you so much for sending this to me. Seriously, like, keep me up to date on this car. I really like this one, man, and anxious to see how it turns out in the end. So thanks again, Mario, for sending me this. All right, we have another T-top car from Kevin C. He bought the car back in 2017 and started immediately taking it apart. He always wanted a T-top and found one in Georgia and brought it home. He has it almost mostly put all back together. He redid the door panels by your go-to YouTube video, redid the headliner with the help of the channel also, and had it painted with new tires and wheels, new hood and spoiler, changed the carpet, added a Pimp XS ECU, and relocated battery with also the help of the channel. A new T-top still. So it sounds like the channel's helped him out a lot, and this car is just super clean and really cool. And dude, I dig the salines on it. Looks really good, and so does the headliner in your car. So man, Kevin, thank you for sending this up. I really love hearing stories about my puny little channel here, actually helping people out and actually using them for good use to get their cars back on the road and help restore them. So thank you so much for sending me this, Kevin, man. Keep me up to date on it. Max_0349 from Instagram says, love your videos, man. Eventually want to get a Mega Squirt after seeing your Fox build. I had to add Max to this because it is probably the cleanest looking 4-cylinder Mustang I've ever seen. I think it's super neat and finally refreshing to see something under the hood other than a small block Ford. So it is really cool that he's taking the time to do the restoration on this, and I'm really anxious to see how this thing squares up with a 4-cylinder. So very cool car. You can tell the car's been taken very well care of, or has a really nice paint job on it because it looks really clean. So thank you so much, Max_0349. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Corey Richardson. Corey, here's another car that I want to buy. Guys, I got two of them here. I mean, I'm a sucker for these little 86 coupes, man. I guess I just really want an 86 coupe. Nonetheless, hey, Corey has a 86 notchback. He's got parts stacking up to put on new inner and outer tie rods during this whole COVID-19 thing. He's got front struts and cross member and a trans mount. So since the virus, he's put on new exhaust and rear shocks and some interior stuff. He's got some other stuff to do to it. As you can see, this is a one clean 86 notch. So Corey, thank you so much for sending in this absolutely super awesome 86 10-hole notch. And again, right here, buddy, if you want to sell this car, you let me know. I would love to have this car, and I would leave it just as it is right there. I wouldn't put a turbo on or anything. I would just make this a daily, probably just cruise the crap out of it. So love this car, so thank you. All right, guys. Hey, listen, man, that's it. So that's it for now. There's a lot more, and if your name was not called or if you weren't on this list, don't fret. Most of these were literally just split in half, and I did as much as I could on this video. We'll go back and do another one a little bit later. But before I let everyone go, I just want to say, first off, thank you so much for sending in the amount of content you did. It's so clear to me that everyone out there is just so busy. Well, first off, they're dealing with this whole quarantine thing, and I know most of you guys are dealing with your families and taking care of them, which I think is awesome because family's always first. But you guys are also taking the time to wrench. And I know for a lot of you, like it is me, when you're out here wrenching and you're in your garage and you're in your space and you're doing your thing in your Fox, it's probably the most satisfying and calming thing that kind of brings you back down to earth during this weird time, man. So guys, keep at it. If you don't have a Fox project, go out and get you one. You can see there's a lot of fun to have from the whole gamut. I mean, you can do anything with these cars. They're big Legos. So go out and get you one and start working on it. Hey, and also listen, I noticed a little trend on here. We got a lot of 4eyes. Obviously the channel's, got a lot of 4eye work on it. So a lot of 4-eyed projects being sent to me, but also a lot of other cars, a lot of cool notches, coupes, and Capris as well. All right, hey, listen, so before I let you guys go, I want to give a quick shout out to 2 YouTube channels I want you guys to go check out. So Two YouTube channels I checked out and I thought they were pretty cool. Some up and coming Fox builds you may not be aware of. And if you like watching House of Dooley, you may like watching other guys work on their Fox as well. So check this out. We got 427 Walrus. So check out 427 Walrus from YouTube. Go check his build out. We also have Pink's Garage. Pink's I checked out. He's got a lot of videos out there. He's got a few projects going on in his Foxes. Go check out Pink's Garage. And that will do it for this time, guys. Listen, thank you again so much for sending this stuff, man. I can't thank you enough, man. So hey, listen, I hope you enjoyed this series of just looking at everyone else's builds. I know I did. Had a ton of fun going through them. Had a ton of fun seeing what everyone has, and I was just shocked to see how many cool, clean cars are out there and how much you guys are wrenching on them. So guys, thank you again so much, man. We'll see you next time on House of Dooley. Take care.